This one is called Why Narcissistic Abuse Victims Neglect Self-Care, and why we kind of lose like a little bit of zeal for life after a narcissistic relationship. I hear all kind of stuff about how the narcissistic relationship lingers and it lasts, and they download some hardware onto you like a virus, and it's true. I think it's a spell. It's a spell that's beat into you, that's seared into your soul in a bad way. So you're dealing with first and foremost, you got to know you're dealing with a demonic energy. You're dealing with something that's supernatural in a bad way. First of all, I want you to understand that it's from Satan, it's from the devil, it's wickedness. Honestly, like I say, I be thinking, like, I think narcissistic people got all kind of deals with Satan behind closed doors. You got to think about it. The narcissists keep you in the dark. The narcissists keep a little distance between you, so you can never see their past. You can never see what they up to, and you can just never really completely see who they are, because they keep a little. You think about it, with narcissist people, you never really know who they are. You could be with them for like 10 years and still don't really know who they are, because they keep this. I think you in over your head. I think they don't even know who they is, and they got a lot of demonic work to do, and they have done a lot of demonic work in the past. So you kind of in over your head dealing with this ancient energy and this person that has basically been a puppet for Satan. They narcissists go low. Like, ain't no telling, they're scoundrels, ain't no telling what they'll do. They didn't fake that love bomb, and they basically a human gutter system, a spiritual gutter system. Like, the reason why, you neglect self-care and stuff is because you be spent. Like, narcissistic relationships are very draining. They're very intense. Every day is very draining. Like, I'm talking about, don't have a hard job, or don't have a bunch of responsibilities, and then have to juggle with a narcissist. Like, I'm talking about narcissistic relationships are like a dark cloud. Like, they will really destroy you. They will really destroy you. It take a lot to put up with them. It take, like, every day your spirit is on the line. Like, your spirit is getting broken every day as well too. Like, the narcissist, they try to break your spirit. With the narcissist, you tried your hardest. You was thinking of all kind of ways to reinvent the relationship. You was trying to look your best. You was trying to be your best sexual. You was trying to give advice. You was giving it your all. And it's weird. Like, when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, it's almost like your soul is fleeting. It's almost like every day you losing yourself. If it's a string, every day it's just getting pulled. Just getting a string of your soul, a string of your authenticity, a string of who you really are. It's just getting seeped up out of you. Like, you ever seen them bugs where it's like the intestines come out and it's just a big old string of intestines just keep coming out, keep it every day. With a narcissist, they stringing you of your existence, your soul, every day on purpose. And then, the narcissist is a hellhole of a person. The narcissist is just, they got a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. They project it onto you. They project they downfalls, their anxiety, they stress. If a narcissist gets stressed out, it's over for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you know it or not, you put a lot of like fight or flight energy into the relationship. Like, you're using energy that you didn't know you had to use to be with somebody. You giving it your all for like no reason. It's like, and they leave you drained, they leave you spent. The narcissist, like, they treated you hella bad. They didn't listen to half the shit you was saying. They tried to villainize you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was changing who they was every day. Like, you had to keep up with who they was and what they was doing. Like, being in a narcissistic relationship is almost like just being in the house with somebody, and they starting fire after fire after fire after fire after fire after fire. And you trying to put each fire out, but you don't have enough time to put the fire out, because they start another one, and then they would start another one. Meanwhile, your whole house catching on fire, and then the narcissist just backs out the house and leave you in a burning house. The narcissist setting fires on the backing out towards the door. And then, you go through all this stuff with a narcissist thinking that they're going to return back to the love bomb. You're thinking, okay, this person that put me through all this stuff, they can't just leave me. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's what threat. Like, why you sitting there getting ghosted? Why you sitting up there trying to keep up with this person? Why you sitting up there trying to keep up with this false reality? It's like kicking it with a big kid. Like, you keeping up with all this stuff, hoping one day you can get them right, and then they leave you out of nowhere. So it's like you got all this anxiety, all this energy built up, and then it's just gone, and you just like in free fall. And that's when you need to be healing, but that's when you're gonna be playing the relationship back in your head. What did I do wrong? And you start neglecting self-care. You start like not cleaning up as well. You start not cleaning up on your house. You start not focusing on like your goals and just your tidiness, because you be kind of like, you feel like an abandoned building, like a narcissist leave you deserted, feeling like an abandoned building. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what was there before the narcissist not even there no more. Like you gotta kind of like scramble back to refine yourself, and you gotta like, part of you gotta reinvent yourself too, and you gotta refine yourself, you know, but the narcissist just leave you spent, you just drained, like, you know, like after, it be peace, really. It really be peace. But in the beginning, it looked like depression, it looked like confusion, and you drained, and it is depression, it's confusion. I went through a lot of depression. Depression is a frozen fear. And then, you know, it's a fear of you getting hurt again. A lot of abuse victims are scared to love again, scared to try to be with somebody again, but you got to consider the source. You just gave that to the wrong person. But sometimes you can get two narcissists back to back like I did. I had two narcissists back to back, like a 10-year span. You know, but I was kind of up on it, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew what I was going through, and it still hurt me. But you know, you just neglect a lot of stuff, man. You kind of like, because you neglected a lot of stuff while you was with the narcissist. The narcissist made you neglect a lot of stuff while you was with them. So it's like, when they leave, you still neglecting the stuff that they had you neglecting even while they gone. You still neglecting it. You know, the narcissist kept you chasing them, worrying about them, trying to play catch up with what they had going on. You start neglecting everything around you, your kids, your goals, your house, your tidiness. And when they gone, you just get depressed. You know, you don't know if you're happy they gone, or you don't know if you're mad they gone, but you know you depressed, you spent, you drained, you gave everything. The narcissist put you down. You know, the narcissist kind of just built, you know, the narcissist wants to break you. They want, your soul is broke. They want you to be a broken soul like them. Like a narcissist is a broken soul on the fly. Like they're a broken soul that know how to keep going. And they just decide like, okay, I'm a broken soul, I'm gonna just break everybody else soul. But your spirit is broken, your self-worth is destroyed, because the narcissist destroyed your self-worth. And you thought you was somebody, the narcissist built you up to be somebody and then destroyed you. You already was kind of wavering with your self-confidence in the beginning. You know, the narcissist already got you at a bargain, you know. But you just gotta sharpen your mind, kind of realize what you went through, get put up on narcissistic abuse content, and you just got to scrap that one. You got to learn how to scrap that one. You got to stop replaying it. You got to go talk to people, go out, go do the stuff you used to do. That's why I told you, working out really helps. Not just for the looks, but it helps because it gives you something to aggressively get over the narcissistic abuse. You got to like, I think narcissistic abuse is kind of weird because like you can't just sit still and wallow in it because it'll eat you up. You got to get out and about, like, go run, you know, go chop a tree down, go work out, go do something physical. You gotta let off the, you know, the testosterone. You gotta let off the energy, you know. Start dressing up again, start getting your hair cut again, start cleaning up again, start reaching out to people again. You know, they'll be surprised. Like, you reaching out to me, you wanna hang out? You know, the narcissist had you not even wanting to hang out with people, not wanting to do nothing. The narcissist just takes away your zeal for life. They just, you know, they zap your life, you know. And you're just sitting up wallowing in like what you thought, you know, what you thought you had. It's one of the hardest spiritual hustles you'll ever go through, because the person you mourning wasn't even a person, you know. They just came along at a real good time and sold you a real good dream, you know. It's people that prey on people, scammers wait for people to go through financial trouble, and that's when they come in and talk to them on the phone for an hour and have them ready to do this and that. That's how the narcissist is. You know, imagine like the scammers, they take the person's last from them and have them just depressed. The person is so depressed, you know, they feel so bamboozled, they feel so fooled. It was their last that they had, you know. And this kind of how narcissist is. Like, a narcissist always catch you like when you're in your last relationship. Like, they always catch you when you like, man, they catch you when you don't want to mess with nobody no more. They catch you when you telling yourself, man, I just don't want to fool with nobody no more. And they come in like a knight in shining armor, like, man, you know what? You ain't got to think like that. Here I am. Just so they could bring you lower. So you just spent. You deceived. You're a little embarrassed. You know, your soul is drained. Your soul it's not broken, but your soul is definitely weary. Your soul is definitely weary. But you could bounce back, though. Keep looking at the content. You got to look at it like you got to, you know, reprogram your subconscious mind and realize it was a spiritual hit job. You was important. That's why that happened. A lot of people might not understand what you're saying. It's because it's special, it's dear to you, you know. It's a supernatural occurrence. Some people go through narcissistic abuse and don't even know what it is. You can try to explain to them. They're depressed, going through everything that you go through after narcissistic abuse, and they still don't get it. So if you get it, you blessed. But it leaves you severely depressed. Food don't taste the same. You don't have the same zip for life. Because you just gave everything. Like, you got brought up, then brought to your lowest. On purpose, you know? But you'll get over it, though. Day after day after day after day. You'll realize the silence is peace. You'll get back to loving yourself. You got more time to yourself. You know you argue with the narcissist 6 hours a day, 4 hours a day, and if you wasn't arguing, you was sitting by yourself wondering where they was at. Take advantage of your freedom, of your mind, you know? But, you know, it is depressing. You will neglect self-care. You will neglect the stuff around you because you overthinking. Depression is overthinking in a bad way. It's like spiritual erosion. Get out of that. Smack yourself out of that. Smack your life up, grab it by the collar, and shake it up and attack life. You got to wake up and attack life. You can't let like the thoughts of the narcissist rerun in your head and attack you. You got to wake up and attack life and end up somewhere else on a whole nother mission. You know, you got to kind of switch your demeanor up, kind of like forget that happened to you. Don't even tell nobody the narcissist did that to you. Like, hide that story. Don't even tell nobody. Like, talk to narcissistic abuse content people and like people that need help, but for the most part, just knock that to the back like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be okay, man. But that's what, you know, the reason why you neglecting self-care, neglecting yourself, and you still kind of like replaying it is because your self-worth is destroyed. You're going through a severe depression. Go to God. People say go to a therapist, but a therapist ain't nobody to just sit up there and listen to you and tell you what you. Go to God. Go to your inner self. This is not a. Everybody say seek therapy, and therapy is cool, but you know it's a mission for you to refine your old self, switch your demeanor up, and never let it happen again. You know.